Good morning and welcome to Saturday Morning Yoga. I'm Reverend Shelley Fisher and I'm in for Amanda this morning. She had a last minute tire emergency, so I'm jumping in to carry on our Saturday morning tradition. We have been having Saturday morning yoga for at least the last 7 or 8 years, and I don't think we've ever canceled. So we don't like to cancel things. People depend on this wholesome practice to start their Saturday morning, and we don't want to disappoint. So welcome. We're happy that you're tuning in or tuning in later. All of these yoga offerings are archived on our YouTube and Facebook channels, so you can watch them anytime. 8 o'clock is too early. So anyway, it's a beautiful morning. The sun has come up. We have another day to practice and cultivate the union that yoga brings us. Mind, body, and spirit coming together. So let's just start out by taking a comfortable seated position, whatever that might look like. I'm sitting on a little blanket, so my knees are slightly below my hips. That feels better. You could sit on a pillow or a block or even a chair. So just root into the ground. Feel your sit bones rooting into the earth, Mother Earth, supporting and nurturing us in so many ways every day. So in gratitude, we are aware of this support and nurturing, and we want to nurture back as much as we can. So feel those sit bones anchoring your body. Just feels natural and wonderful. So as we're sitting, close your eyes and take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And in through your nose. Out through your mouth, slowly releasing. We're just waking up. In through your nose. Out through your mouth. As you continue to just breathe deeply and naturally and gently with your eyes closed. I'll read a short, and I'm talking really short because this is a haiku poem from the author Issa. He's a Pure Land priest from Japan, and he wrote thousands of haiku over his lifetime. Thousands. And they've been translated by David Lanoux. He's a professor in Louisiana, in New Orleans. So this haiku goes: world of pain, and the cherry blossoms add to it. So I love haiku because you can fill in the blanks for yourself. What does that mean to you? To me, cherry blossoms always symbolize beauty and impermanence. So we appreciate the beauty, and there's so much beauty around all of us at all times. And the cherry blossoms are beautiful for about 2 weeks. and then they flutter away in the breeze, and they're gone. So it symbolizes impermanence. And impermanence is just part of life. So we don't want to attach to something that is beautiful. We appreciate it in the moment, and we let it fill us up, and then let it go. Because beautiful things can also bring us some unhappiness, because if we attach to them too hard and then they go away, that's difficult. So with everything in life, even pain and difficulty, that too is impermanent. It transcends, it changes, it evolves. So just knowing that everything is impermanent, our bodies, our loved ones, the flowers, the bees, everything. Just appreciate and be grateful for everything right now. Because right now is all we have. And we're so happy that you have joined us right now. It's very, very important to try to be as fully present as you can be right now. So let's take a deep breath in, and as we do, our hands are going to rise up our center line, filling up your belly, and then expanding out, slowly releasing your breath, opening up your chest. And let's breathe in again. And open up. And as we do take these very deep, intentional breaths, let's set an intention for our practice this morning. Whatever that might be for yourself or for others, just pick a word, the first word that comes into your head. And stick with that for your practice and return to it through the practice. Deep breath in and out. And last deep breath in. And we're going to turn over to our right. And hold here for a minute. First gentle twist of the day. Continue to breathe deeply. And coming back through the center, breathing in. And letting it go, twisting to the left. And coming back to the center. Let's, if you're sitting on a pillow or a block or a blanket, let's remove that. Still feel your sit bones on the earth, beautiful Mother Earth. And let's just start twisting from your base, very slowly, making circles. You could breathe inhale on the forward part of the rotation and exhale through the back part of the rotation. You can visualize the front of your body, breathing in, and then your back, exhaling through your back, and kind of stretching out through your scapula. Really be intentional with this. It's not just doing circles, it's how you breathe. How you breathe through the front of your body, how you maybe exhale through the back part of your body. We tend to go through our lives really mostly aware of the front of our body, because everything sort of happens in front of us. But it's really useful to sometimes put your awareness to the back part of your body. So as you exhale, think about your back and all those muscles in your spine. And let's switch directions. We always want to create a balance with our energy. Nice deep breaths coordinated with the movement. Waking up our hips, waking up our lower back. It just feels really good. And now as we come back to our neutral position, with good alignment in our posture from our sit bones through our shoulders, kind of open up your heart a little bit, tuck your chin under. And now let's do a gentle head circles. And again, coordinate your breath. It takes a lot of energy for our neck and our shoulders to hold our head up constantly. So let's send some gratitude to those muscles for working all the time to keep our head on our shoulders. Hopefully, in a positive, productive way. But sometimes we're not, and that's okay. Can always get back there. Change is constant. And let's rotate the other way. Just trying to relax those muscles. Lengthen. You might hear some snap, crackles, and pops. That's good. Nice. And coming back to neutral. Let's rub our hands together, creating some good energy. And then let's hold them just in front of your face. Feel that energy come out without touching. Just kind of feel that energy coming out through your palms into your face. You can rotate your hands around your head. Just feel that vibrational connection between your hands and your head. Sending in positive, warm, loving, caring energy. Now let's put your fingertips on our temples and just do a nice little massage. Little circles. Taking deep breaths in and out. Relaxing, soothing circles. Let's move to our forehead. Spread your fingertips out and just do little circles. Giving our heads a nice little massage. And come up to your scalp and just kind of gently let your fingertips massage the top of your head, your whole scalp. Just little pulsing circles. The base of your bones here, where your neck meets your base of your skull, just kind of gently circle that area. And coming down to your neck, just grab each side of your neck and gently pull down to the front to your throat. So start at the back of your neck and come forward slowly. There's lots of muscles and veins and lymph nodes. Just gently massage. Just bringing our awareness to these parts of our body. How are you feeling this morning? If you feel like that needs a little extra attention, just stay there and work on it. Taking deep breaths in and out as we relax. This morning's going to be kind of more about relaxation than gentleness. Self-care, so important. We can lose track of ourselves, and that's not a good thing. Really, really take care. You're taking the time today to be here. That's wonderful. So now let's really take care of ourselves. Let's take one hand and find your trapezius muscle, big top of your shoulder muscle, and gently from the back come forward. So this is like really basic shiatsu. So you're sending energy and breath and as much pressure as you want into that area. So when you take a deep breath in, kind of dig in and then release that breath as you pull forward. This is a big stress holding area for our bodies. It's really good to try to relax. And you can do this anytime. If you're working at your desk, you can take 5 minutes and just work on any part of your body. Just connect your breath with this subtle pressure. And put your mind there. And release that with your breath. Let's change sides. Other trapezius. Very good. Well, we're probably going to stop at the trapezius because our whole body would take the whole class, but you get the idea, and that you could focus on any part of your body doing that kind of pressure breath work. And it just feels amazing. My shoulders already feel like they've come back and down and relaxed so much more. All right, let's take our legs out in front to staff position. Toes are pointed up to the ceiling. And we'll take just a deep breath in and a gentle fold, very gentle. First fold of the morning. We'll do this a little more flowy, so we'll roll it on up. Deep breath in. Hold it over. Hold. And roll it on up. Deep breath in. Maybe we're getting a little bit looser, a little more space every time. Roll it on up. One more. Roll it on up. Very good. Okay, let's take our right knee in and cross it over that outstretched leg. We're going to hug that knee in with our left arm. Deep breath in. Gentle twist. Deep belly breaths here. And coming back to the center, and we will switch our legs. Squeezing towards the center. Deep breath in with the left. Up and over. Belly twist first. All the way up through the shoulders. Head is last. And coming back to the middle. Let's connect the soles of our feet to a diamond shape. Deep breath in with straight spine, folding forward. You can have a little pressure on your calves or your knees if you like. And coming back up. We'll, at an angle, outstretch our right leg. Bring our left foot in close. And then you can either use your fingertips or you can lay your forearm down. We're going to reach up, big breath. And stay open. Don't collapse your chest. Just stay nice and open. Nice deep breaths here. Then coming back up. Rotate your torso towards that outstretched leg. And then we'll just walk our hands out. And you can keep your fingertips on the ground. You can grab your calf. You can grab your toes. Whatever is accessible is just right. And then coming back up. And a breath. Let's switch our legs. Left leg comes out at an angle. Right leg tucks in. Either fingertips or forearm. You just want to keep your heart open as you take a breath in. Nice side body stretch. And coming on up, turning your torso towards your outstretched legs. Let's walk right out over that leg. Deep breaths. Being aware of your own body, what it needs, what feels right. If you feel like pushing yourself a little bit, that's wonderful. If you don't, it's perfectly fine. And coming back up, we are going to make our way to hands and knees. So if you have slippery socks on, you might want to take those off. I'm starting to warm up, so. Okay. Hands are shoulders distance apart, fingers are spread wide. Knees are directly below your hips. Breathing in. Lower our bellies for cow. Breathing out, exhale. Through cat. Really empty out your belly, arch your back. Feel your spine elongate. Breathing in, dropping that belly. Breathing out. And breathing in. And out. Let's add some circular motion now. So as we breathe in, our hips are going to rotate out, come into a momentary child's pose, and then we're going to scoop it on up the other side. Breathing in. Really exaggerate your hip circle. Might look funky, but that's okay. Just getting into some movement. And then let's reverse that circle. Focusing on really elongating. It's just opening up tissues and muscles that if we don't move this way ever, it's kind of nice. Breaking patterns, creating new patterns and pathways is a good thing. Very good. Let's come back to neutral. Let's come into one wide knee child's pose. So knees come out towards the edge of your mat. Toes are together. Gently coming down. If you need a pillow or a blanket to connect your third eye, your forehead to the earth, that's totally fine. Just activate your fingertips. Send out that energy. Everything's waking up. Very good. Coming back up, let's roll it on up. Knees come together. We just sit back on our heels for a minute. Maybe we go back just a touch, however far you want. You can go all the way back, that's great. I cannot. However far is comfortable. And coming back up. Making our way to tabletop again. And tuck our toes, coming right into down dog. So let's come up high on our toes and then slowly lower our heels down to the earth, or as far as they are able to go. And let's come on forward into plank. Holding here. Back into down dog, high on your toes. Slowly bring those heels down. Coming forward into plank. Coming back up, high on your toes. Slowly let those heels come down. Very good. And let's walk to the top of our mat. Into forward fold. And look up halfway. Spine is in a straight line. You don't want to strain your neck, so just staring straight down to the floor is better for your alignment. Fold again, and roll it on up, root to rise, rooting those feet. Feel that wave of energy coming through your body. You come all the way through to your heart center, and then to mountain pose. Mountain pose is, I think, one of the most beautiful poses in yoga because you're just finding that equanimity in your body, that balance. You're searching for that sweet spot where you just feel naturally balanced. It's effortless. So that might take some time. Are you a little too far forward on your toes? Are you too far back on your heels? Are you tilted one way or the other? Just focus on being balanced. It's a physical metaphor for your life. Trying to find that balance. Being strong as a mountain, stable as a mountain. Very good. Let's take a deep breath in. And then at the top, we'll grab a wrist, pulling straight up, and then over to one side, really opening up that side body. Very good. Coming back up to the center, deep breath in. Grabbing your other wrist, over, release the breath. Keeping that chest open. And then back up. Diving forward. Look up halfway. And down. Planting your hands, stepping back into plank. Taking a breath here. First, Chaturanga, we'll drop our knees. Elbows tucked in, slowly coming down to the earth. Shoulders, blades are back and down, baby cobra. Very little effort here, just baby. Coming down. Come back through child's pose. Slowly and intentionally into down dog. Deep breath here. Let's lift our right leg up, reaching to the sky, and we'll step it through to lunge. So knee is over your ankle and focused on your center line. Let's plant our back foot at a 45-degree angle and coming up, warrior one. Feel your balance. You want to be equal on your feet, reaching up, maybe a little arch in your back. Hips are more squared off. You can check in with yourself. You can square your hips, intentionally pushing that back hip forward a little bit. Coming back up through. And then on a breath, into warrior two. So warrior two, your hips are more oblique and your shoulders are in a straight line, and then you're looking out over your front fingertips. Bending over that front ankle. Deep breaths. In and out. Let's reverse your warrior. Really keeping that heart center open as you bend over your back leg. And then coming through side angle pose. You can either do version A or version B, wherever you want to be. Very nice. Coming back through to warrior two. Let's straighten that front leg. Extend your torso out over that front leg. And we'll do triangle pose. So wherever this front hand ends up, could be on your shin, the floor, your foot, a block, a pillow. And then reaching straight up like you're between two panes of glass. Very nice. And we will come right back into lunge from here. And we'll drop that back knee and scoop it up here. And you can release the curl of your back toes and come forward, really coming forward here. Your front knee is now more over your toes. Nice psoas stretch here. And then coming back. Drop your hips back. Front toes lift up. Runner's lunge. You could curl your back toes or not. It's up to you. Try to keep your hips squared off. Bending over that front knee. Trying to release and relax your hamstring. That's a tough one. Most of our hamstrings are really tight. That's why I love this one. We'll come back through the front again, releasing your toes, stretching back up. Very good. One more. Runner's lunge. You might have to adjust that front foot to try to straighten out that leg as much as possible. Every time you exhale, see if you can get a little more space in there to release some of that tension. Very good. From there, we'll come back into lunge, high lunge. And we'll step our back foot forward into forward fold. Look up halfway. And release. And root our feet down. Roll it on up. Gathering up all that positive energy that is out there. Bringing it back in to your heart. And release fully into mountain pose. So here again, check in. Where are you? Because we just worked one side, you might feel that one side more. It's totally normal. You could feel the energy, little heat waves going through. Just having that awareness of your body is so important. So you can be aware of what you need. Very good. Let's take a deep breath in. And at the top of our reach, grab a wrist, pulling up to the ceiling. Exhale over to one side. Keep that heart center open. Don't collapse it. That's another metaphor for your life. Keeping that heart center open. Don't collapse into yourself. Bring back up. Grabbing the other wrist. Reaching tall and over to the other side. Side body opening. Very good. Coming back up. Folding forward, diving forward. Look up halfway and fold. Step back the opposite foot, if you can remember, into plank. And you can do full chaturanga or knees, tucking those elbows in, slowly coming down. A little bit bigger cobra this time. Shoulders are back and down. Coming back down. Tucking your toes. Push up into down dog. Nice deep breaths here. Left leg comes up high to the sky. Lifting up. Three-legged down dog. And let's step it on through. To lunge. Knee is over that ankle. Lots of energy coming out that back leg. And let's plant your back foot at a 45. Coming up warrior one. Check in with those hips. Square them off. Coming on up. Front knee is nice and bent over that ankle. Very good. I'm going to change positions. Back's not to you. Good. And open up into warrior two. So a little more oblique here. Shoulders are back and down. Arms are out. You're looking over your front fingertips. Filling your body with big breaths. Reversing your warrior. Keep that heart open. Coming into side angle pose. Again, keeping your heart open. Don't collapse it down. Nice and open. Can be version A or version B, whatever you feel like. Come back into warrior two. Straighten out that front leg. Torso comes out and over. Triangle pose. Grabbing your shin or a block or the floor, whatever. Hand comes up to the ceiling. Getting nice and long. And coming back through warrior two. And cartwheeling your hands over into lunge. And we'll drop that back knee. Work on our psoas on this side. So scooping up. It's okay for that front knee to come over towards your toes. Really try to release all that tightness in the front part of your thigh, psoas area. And coming back down and reverse into runner's lunge. So folding over that front leg, toes come up to the ceiling. Try to keep your hips as square as they can be. And on a breath again, we'll come back into Anjayasana. Let's come back forward. You might have a little more space this time. Very good. And one more time into runner's lunge. Very good. Let's come plant our hands forward and into lunge again. And let's walk our hands out in front of you. You have a wide stance here. And let's just fold as deep as you want. If you can get your third eye to the floor, that's great. Using props is fine. Couple of breaths here. Let's plant one hand in the middle and on a breath, twisting open, reaching to the sky. And release. And other side. Deep breath in. Nice twisting action. And coming back down. Let's walk our hands over to one side. One knee bends. Toes come up. Spider-Man stance. And take a deep breath, coming into the other side. Very good. Coming back to the center, roll it on up. Bring our feet back underneath your hips. Let's take a tree pose. do some balance work. So first we're in mountain. So feel the balance between your feet. Now let's shift it over to our left foot. You can kickstand it first, or go to your calf or your thigh, wherever you are. Just focus on that center line balance from the roots of your foot all the way up through your torso. Your tree might want to grow some branches. Reaching up, spreading out. Maybe it's a windy day like it has been. The branches are going to flutter and move. Try to maintain. You can always recapture that balance. Maybe we're a tree at night. Close your eyes. What does that do to your balance? Weird things? Okay. Come out of that. Very good. I don't know why when you close your eyes, your balance goes out the window. It's so strange. I guess we're just very visual people, so we just rely on our vision. Let us put our energy into our right foot now. Kickstand the other foot. Either go to your calf or your thigh, not your knee, please. Finding your center. And slowly, when you feel like you have your balance, coming up your center, growing those branches, sprouting those leaves, expanding out. Could be windy. Try closing your eyes. And down. Very good. Let us come to the top of our mat. And take a deep breath in, wide stance. Toes are at a 45-degree angle. We're going to go into a yogic squat. Deep breath in. Release. Coming down. Your triceps are pressing against your knees. If you have a crow practice here, you're welcome to go into that. I cannot do crow. I can kind of set up for it though. If you plant your hands out in front, come high on your toes, and just let your arms take that weight and tip forward. Or you can just do what I do and keep your toes on the ground. Someday I will get it. I just don't have it yet. Okay, you want to come out of crow and then just let your body roll back. You're on your back. Very good. We're going to take bridge into shoulder stand. So first we will do bridge. So feet come to the earth. Knees are over your hips. Don't let your knees splay out on this. Your heels should be as close to your fingertips as possible. Let's tuck shoulder blades under and rise your hips up. You can clasp your hands underneath. Make sure your head stays looking straight up, not side to side. Deep breaths. Energize those hands towards your feet and your hips toward the ceiling. Nice deep breath. Release your hands. Release your shoulder blades. Roll your spine down. And now we're going to get into candlestick. So your legs are going to come up towards the ceiling. You're going to press your hands towards the earth and lift your hips up and then grab your hips underneath. And toes are pointed toward the ceiling. Keep your head in alignment. Don't look side to side. Nice deep breaths. These inversions are really good for your endocrine system. It's just a counter pose to always being upright. Sometimes it's good to be a little more upside down. If you'd like to take this into plow, you can drop slowly. Drop those toes down behind you. Just as far as they want to go. I can't make it all the way touching. It feels really good on your spine to deeply roll that spine. Take a deep breath in, coming back up to candlestick. And we're going to come out of this. You might have to drop your legs a little bit. Release your hands to the earth. Slowly roll back down. Very good. Let's hug our knees into our chests and rock side to side. Releasing. Massaging a bit. Let's take our arms out into a T. Our shins are even with the ceiling, and we'll drop our legs slowly over to one side. When they get there, you can rotate your head if you want to the opposite direction. One last spinal twist. Deep breaths here. And coming back up through the center and over to the other side. Very good. Coming back through the center, let's take a happy baby. So you're going to grab the outside of your soles of your feet and bring your knees towards your armpits and make sure your hips are flat on the earth. Try to get that tailbone to go down to the mat. You can rock your happy baby if you like. If there's anything else you want to do before we take Shavasana, you're welcome to do any other kind of movement, whatever your body needs. Now we will go into Shavasana now, which is a surrender pose. You're just relaxing everything down into the mat, to the earth. Just taking refuge, releasing. Releasing all muscle tension, releasing your mind, releasing your breath, just more slow and relaxed. If you have time and want to just turn this into a meditation time, you're welcome to do that. Those of us at RBC are going to bring some movement back into our fingers and toes, our ankles, our wrists. Taking a deep breath up overhead. Really stretch from our tips of our toes to the fingertips. Rolling to one side. Making our way back up to a seated position. With good posture, with your sit bones firmly rooted on the earth. Coming to your heart. Check in with your intention word, whatever that was for you. Feel whatever that intention was. Let it fill you up. And release it. Let it go now. We'll take an Om to close our class. Taking a deep breath in. May you be happy. May you be free from harm. May you receive boundless compassion. And may peace and harmony fill your heart. Namaste. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. And just a reminder, you are able to come in person to the center and do yoga with us in person. We would love to see you, especially if you've had an opportunity to get the vaccine. Why not? Come in. Our mats are spaced very far apart. It's totally safe place to be. We would really benefit from having your person here. It's been a long haul doing these classes with maybe one or two people here, and usually it's Amanda and myself. Pretty soon it's going to be Kate. And we would just love to have you start coming back. So when you feel ready, you're welcome. And as always, you're welcome to donate to our Venmo or PayPal accounts on RBC to help keep this class and the temple healthy and going. It just helps you to give dana, to give without expecting anything in return, and it helps our temple. So thank you very much. Enjoy this beautiful weekend, and we will see you soon.